Michigan Stadium. A top 25 showdown. Two of the best teams in the country featured today on EA Sports College Football. It's the Washington Huskies and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Wolverines ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains.
He lets one fly deep. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Here's Underwood to throw. Pressure coming. Fires to the tight end. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. They'll move the tight end. Play fake, Underwood. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Well, the offense able to pick up some extra yards after that curl throw there because the QB got it to his guy early. He was able to turn around, make a guy miss, and go pick up some yak.
They've got a 3rd down and manageable from right around midfield. Fires to the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. Inside the 30. Past the 10. He takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And the point after is good. He'll bring it out. It's Marsh. He'll be forced out of bounds at his 21-yard line. Not the best field position you could ask for, but they'll get it started there. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. That's caught. It's Marshall. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. And the Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Now on the move. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical in the line of scrimmage by this offense.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Rides the back and leaves it. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. They'll move the wide receiver. Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. Looking left. It's complete. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be first and goal from the 4.
And we always go back and we look like, what was the play of the game? Those moments that were so big, that was huge for this offense, man. Already trailing in the football game, third down and long situation to get that conversion and now get first.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And the Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry up. Throwing, Underwood. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point splits the uprights. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, and not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay a big difference.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Play action with Williams. Throws to the wideout. Got a man, it's Moss. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Really nice looking pinpoint throw there. And when I think back to Husky QBs, you think about Warren Moon, you think about Mark Brunell, the Heward brothers. What about Jake Browning? All made really good decisions. This guy, he's got a lot of arm talent.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
Here's Williams to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Wolverines. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside. It can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game when you go back and you look and like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Handoff to the lone back. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
Wow, how about the stop-start speed? That reminds you of Napoleon Kaufman or Bishop Sankey, Myles Gaskin, great Washington Husky running backs of years past that just made defenders look silly because of that stop-start ability. This dude has some wheels.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Those corner routes are really, really good versus cover two. You know, the corner's playing zone coverage, and that receiver can push up the field and really break out between the safety and the corner, and had a lot of success on that one.
And they can't make the connection.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And a short gain on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the first. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Throwing, Williams. Fires to the big fella. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap, and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
And the Huskies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll give it to Washington. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Looking down the middle. Fires complete on the crosser. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Jekyll and Hyde for this offense and for this quarterback, right? Pick 6 on the last drive. You saw on the sidelines the coach is talking to him, really trying to pick his spirits up. I don't know what they said to him, but whatever it was, it worked because this drive is looking really good here by the offense.
And that one is picked off in the end zone. Got some room to run. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Can't give points away when you're a QB. You have to understand, I got to be aggressive, and it's tough in the red zone because those are really tight windows. But, man, the one thing I cannot do is turn the football over. I got to make sure I get points. Really poor decision. Great play by the defense.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Buchanan. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Using his feet. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages.
Oh, it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And, man, that is exactly what you want to do. When the quarterback runs the football, you want to be physical. You want him to feel you. You want to make sure you land on top of him, hit him hard. This defense, very physical. Get the football out, force the fumble, get the big play for the defense.
He's got his man across the middle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
I love that play call, and quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
Play fake, Williams. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Offense changing the play. Williams unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. Williams to the air again. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. 3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. 4th down, Williams. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
He's going to fire deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Underwood fires to the wideout. Zips it out to his man. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback run is part of their game plan.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Going for it all. Touchdown, Michigan! What a grab in the end zone for 6!
And you want these guys that can take the top off of defense. It changes the way they're going to play coverage on you, and he does it right here. Just runs by the DB. He had no chance to try to catch up with him. Makes the big play down the field. And this will change the way you play defense against this guy the rest of the game.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Williams throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Still on his feet at the 45. Carried it all the way down to the 35-yard line before they finally got him stopped. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Williams will pass. Pocket breaking down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Maybe a crease. Touchdown, Huskies. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Underwood to throw. Looking to scramble. And he'll just get rid of that one.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. The quarterback doesn't throw it away. Instead, the defense forces a loss.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. Setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Throwing, Underwood. Oh, they're after him. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Yeah, and great job by the linebacker understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set, I break on the football. Nice break. Way to go break that up and swat it down.
Back to throw, it's Underwood. He's looking deep. Upstairs he's got it. Touchdown, Wolverines.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Oh, and it hits the left upright. No good. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss. Out. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Might be calling a hot route. Here's Williams to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. He throws back across and into the defense. A dangerous play. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Williams looking for a man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Man, textbook how you end a first half. You're trailing. You need to put a drive together. Great job using all of the clock, getting the TD, and you want to talk about creating some momentum going into the half and knowing I get the football, so everything trending in the right direction.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Chambers. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Complete. They'll get him stopped at the 18, and this offense creates a little space for the first down. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide, but to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards. And
offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll take it himself. Fights off a defender. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerbach or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making...
That's a fumble on the play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Makes the catch, and he's free. Inside the touchdown, Huskies. Defense putting points on the board.
Nice job by the defense forcing the fumble. That took the perfect bounce right into the DB's hands. He shows you the speed and takes it back all the way for a touchdown. That was the definition of a fortuitous bounce.
And the extra point puts them on top by one. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22. John, that one is returned and stopped short of the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Underwood shoots it to the left. Finds his man. It's Marsh. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. They get to him as he throws. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Huskies. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And, man, this defense proving to be so opportunistic. They don't just turn people over. You've already seen them scoop up a fumble, take it back to the house, now an interception, and take it back to the house. They make big plays, and they put that thing in the end zone.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do. Because of that singular instance, I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just
trying to get behind the defense. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosion.